Let's get it out of the way. Today is May 1st. Yesterday, I told you that I would have the things to look forward to in May.
You did indeed.
I don't have them. I didn't do my due diligence. I didn't do my research, and I just walked in here. I'm frazzled, and I thought, oh, I don't have it. I'm running behind.
And that was supposed to be the lead. What are we going to talk about now?
I don't know. I don't know.
But we can talk about how Biggie accurately predicted this would happen.
You did say. You
Yeah.
said you want to.
Well, here's my follow-up to that. I knew you wouldn't have it today. You're frazzled.
Completely. Yes.
Tomorrow, you'll forget again because it's going to be Friday. Woo!
Yeah, that's right.
Friday fun time.
That's
You'll
right.
be focused on other things.
Yep.
And then we're going to roll into the weekend. And by the time Monday rolls around, it's dead.
Way too late.
We're 5 days into May.
Well, then Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, God, yeah, forget it. Yeah.
Forget it. Well, I can make it up off the top of my head. Cinco de Mayo.
It's a good amount. Okay.
And Kentucky Derby.
The Derby is Saturday.
It's this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Today, if you're listening in one of our communist countries, big parades usually. May
Yeah.
Day.
May 1st.
If you're secretly listening to us.
Now, here's something interesting. Yesterday, I had a video shoot. We mentioned it a couple of times.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got a thing on my face, and I was concerned about that.
Did they shoot around it?
They didn't mention it, but they kept looking at it. You know, I was like, they don't want to say. I had to shoot. It was really longer and more involved than I thought it was going to be.
Do they give you music to dance to during the dancing parts?
Yeah, they did. They did. Yes, it's funny you say that. They said, "What's your favorite type of music?" I said,
What gets you moving?
I said 80s. They started playing 80s, and because
Is that Wham?
well, here's what it was about. In fact, interestingly, I had to do a video shoot, both video and still pictures for the weight loss endorsement that I do, and I didn't know how long it was going to take. It turned out to be an hour and 45 minutes, so longer than I thought it was going to be, but very involved and very professionally and well done. And I liked everybody there. But when I got home later than usual, my wife said, "How did it go?" I said, "Well, it was good, but it was draining." And she said, "This is the life of a radio personality." She said, "Was this for your bad erections?" I was like, "No, this is weight loss." Okay, got it.
Was this for the bugs?
No.
Did she even look up from her iPad?
No, she was sitting there on her iPad, and she was like,
Reading people.
Was this for the real estate?
"Was this erections?" No. Was it real estate? No.
No.
It's,
No.
It's
The
weight
pool?
loss.
The pickle?
No.
Weight loss. This is weight loss. Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know if you can reveal. I know you were shooting this at a television studio.
Yes.
It wasn't the same television station that our former colleague now works at.
No, that would have been awkward.
Well,
wouldn't
I've pictured an awkward bump in to each other.
it? Oh, hi.
Oh, hey.
You
Hey.
didn't fire him.
You doing? No, I did not. No,
You
I
didn't,
did not.
but
That's
still-
awkward. That's
But it still
right.
would have been
That's
kind of
right.
like, oh, I see you're dancing on my territory.
Yeah. Coming in.
Oh, look who came to town.
Literally dancing. It's interesting you said that because they wanted, first we shot a lot of still photographs. And I don't even know how these are going to be used. And so they
Were you in the Handsome Boy Modeling School portfolio?
Yeah, and they were
Standing, seated?
all of the above. And like at one point she's like, "Step in and clap and smile," you know.
Oh,
and
no.
so they wanted all of that. And then she goes, "Let's get you dancing." And they started playing the 80s music. And I,
Oh, no.
and the director was like, "That's fun. That's fun. I love this. Get him from this side." And I mean, a lot of that, it was like a modeling shoot, which
Okay.
of course was completely foreign to me.
They
Now
didn't
come-
ask. Now, if you're comfortable, you want to show a little skin, go ahead.
I was going to say.
It came up briefly, and I said,
Now, when you're done, come sit on this couch with me.
Yeah.
That's how they all start. Let's do some sexy ones, just for fun.
Yeah.
How bad do you want to be a star?
This is really
Real
fun.
bad.
I love this. This is fun. But here's the whole thing. You said today is May Day. Now, you're aware that Chris Demm does not really love birthdays. You know, he thinks
Yeah.
people over-celebrate.
Big time, especially adults.
We had a colleague once, the Finn man, Steve Finnegan, who never worked on his birthday because he said to me, "This is my day. I'm not going to work. I'm taking a vacation day." Chris Demm thought that was childish. You know,
Beyond childish, yes.
come on in.
I stand by it.
So you're going to love this. The woman who is the doctor behind the weight loss program was there overseeing everything. And I just said to her, as I was leaving, really, last 5 minutes of this, I was like, "Well, do you have any plans or whatever?" She goes, well, today's my birthday, so and then she goes, well, wait a minute, no, I think tomorrow's my birthday. And I said, well, which is it? And she goes, well, I'm a May Day. And I said, well, then tomorrow, because tomorrow's May 1st. She goes, yeah, it's May 1st, so it's not today. And I just thought to myself, how can, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought, how can you go the whole day thinking, is it or is it not my birthday?
Yeah.
She celebrates it even less than Chris Tim. She did.
Yeah, gosh, I almost have to grudgingly respect that.
Oh, I knew you'd respect it. I knew.
It's like she woke up and her phone told her.
Yes.
That was
Yeah.
the level of excitement.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, but it didn't because it wasn't her birthday. Today is her birthday. And she said, yeah, we have big plans. We're going to this really nice restaurant. And I thought, so you have plans to go to a great restaurant for your birthday, but you don't know if it's happening tonight or tomorrow night. And that was foreign to me, you know.
Yeah.
We stood and just chatted. I didn't make a big deal out of it, just as they didn't make a big deal about the crater on my face. I did hear the director say, we can touch it up in post. We can mark over it.
Yeah, with still photos for sure.
And then they shot me for the video shoot from the other angle.
Smart.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It seemed to work out okay. The other client who was there, who also endorses the weight loss product, is a former Miss USA. So
Excuse me?
Whoa.
Yeah, she's a former Miss USA. And so as soon as I walked in, she said, I'm leaving the shoot.
I am out.
I was with her for maybe 5 minutes. And
Hi, I'm moved.
I'm done. That's it. It's over.
Did you catch her name at all?
I was told, but I don't remember. But she is. I've seen and heard her doing the commercials for the weight loss product.
Do you know when she held the title?
20 years ago.
Oh.
And she said that she had gained, I think I'm right on that, 15 to 20 years ago. And after she became Miss USA and left the post, she gained like 1.5 pounds a year, 2 pounds a year. So she found herself like up 40 pounds and then lost the 40 pounds with the weight loss program, which, you know, that's fantastic. Good for her. And she had already done most of her work. She insisted that she'd be done by the time I did.
Yeah.
And then I walked in. That
God, I bet her dancing outtakes are better than yours.
Can you imagine?
Oh, without a doubt.
The director literally said, show me some dance moves. And I started doing it. And she goes, no, seriously.
No, I mean, fun time's over. I know you're a funny guy and all, but
Yeah. I was calling in the EMTs. I thought he was having a stroke.
Is he having a heart attack on us as we go through? Hopefully it turns out well. We did a lot. I mean, there was a lot to it. I know
Did you, I don't know if this is coming up later in the grid, but did you make any, how was the wardrobe selection?
No one commented on it.
Okay.
I wore the best pair of pants I have, even though they're blousy, and I wore the best fitting shirt I have. And I thought, this is what I've got, so let's go with it.
Okay.
And no one made any comments. And it did seem more appropriate because I thought about, hey, shorts and a tee, whatever.
yeah.
But that didn't. That wasn't going. That I don't think would have been right.
And correct me if I'm wrong, not to belabor the point on wardrobe. Today looks like a new combo: electric blue on electric blue.
I'm late on laundry, and I don't love these. I don't love the electric blue.
Yeah.
But I'm going with it because I have some clothes ready for the laundry right now. We got backed up after vacation. Today's my laundry day. All right.
Speaking of laundry, I'm lucky I still have a home
A home?
because of laundry.
Your
Dryer fire?
Really, it could have been.
yeah.
So the setup in my house, the laundry is out in one of the like garage part, so I don't hear the laundry basically. So I went, tossed some clothes in the dryer, and this was evening time. Went to bed, didn't think anything of it.
Ooh.
Well,
we don't do that.
you don't do that. See, I don't leave the dryer going if I'm leaving home.
We don't do it overnight because my wife's so deathly afraid of fire.
Wait till you tell her this one.
Mm-hmm.
So then I get up the next morning. Now I don't hear the dryer or anything because it's separate.
Mm-hmm.
Get ready, head to work. I come home. I get home. I'm sitting in my kitchen, and I keep thinking I hear something tinging.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why is that coming from the garage? I go out there. The dryer is still going. It ran for 18 hours.
Oh, my.
Goodness.
Yeah, I guess the
How?
knobs.
How?
The knob, I guess, got stuck, so I set it to more dry.
Wow.
And the knob had not moved. The dryer, shockingly, was not that hot.
Mm-hmm.
And the clothes, of course, were just tumbling away. They were dry.
Oh, I bet they were.
Yeah, but never, ever again will I even leave it going without, going to bed or anything.
I'm in charge of the laundry at our household. That's scary.
Yeah,
I'm glad it didn't burn down.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I hate and never trust the more dry, less dry settings. I'm always a timer guy.
Me too.
Always
Really?
a timer
Always set
guy.
the timer.
See, I find I don't like the timer because I feel like the timer doesn't always get them as dry. So I always do more dry.
Well, you could do the timer and then kind of feel it a little bit and then do it another hour or whatever if you wanted to.
Like we did for 100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do too. I
Yeah.
always set the timer.
Well, I also hate the buzzer. So I have the buzzer turned off, turning that back on.
Well, I turn my buzzer off too.
uh-huh.
But we're in the same building.
Yeah.
We're not in the different building.
Right, I can always hear it when it stops. That's lucky because that can be, of course. And used to be, I was like you, I just wouldn't leave it running when we left the house. But then my wife's like, I don't want to wake up to a fire,
Yeah.
so let's not even run it when
Yeah.
we're asleep.
Well, because a lot of times what I do is just toss in the wash, as I wake up from my afternoon nap
Mhm.
and then throw it in the dryers. I, head to bed, dry in the morning.
What a day.
Yeah.
It's a pretty full day.
How'd you
Yeah,
do?
I can fill in the whole in between.
Laundry, yeah.
Nap,
Man.
laundry,
Snack,
supper.
TV.
To be single again,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Living
out
a
there
life,
and
just
loving
living
it.
a life, just out there. That's exactly right.
I am
love that.
I'm going
shocked.
to move the wet clothes, I guess.
I
Yeah.
love that.
I got my routines, man.
Do you have a laundry basket, or do you just bare hand everything?
Oh no, I have a laundry basket that has wheels because it's actually because the way my place is laid out, everything's
Most of the things in your life have wheels.
now. Yeah,
Well, they have to.
Yeah.
He's converted over to
For mobility.
from
Yeah.
mostly wheels.
Yeah.
Exactly.
and my place is laid out. It's a loft, so everything's kind of across and long, so you gotta
Right.
drag it around. But yeah,
Mhm.
I was very, very lucky.
Couple of updates. Yesterday or a couple of days ago, we heard about the. This came in after we were talking about college students, those high school girls who are doing rejection cakes. We've played this audio a couple of times of girls who have been rejected from the colleges that they wanted to go to, and they're going viral on TikTok because they make a cake and they stick a flag in for every school they were rejected from. Sharon was the one that got most headlines because she was rejected from 8 schools.
Hi, I'm Mary.
Hi, I'm Riley.
We got rejected from BC.
Hi, my name is Sharon, and I got rejected from Yale. Hi, I'm Lucy, and I got rejected from Holy Cross. Oh, what? Hi, my name is Sharon, and I got rejected from the University of Southern California.
Hi, I'm Cece.
I'm Isabel. I'm Sharon, and we got rejected from the University of Virginia.
Now, this goes on for some time. Now, we had a caller say, have you heard of bed parties? Which I had not. It's when the student is accepted to their school of choice and their parents surprise them by redecorating the bed and parts of the bedroom all in Miami Hurricane gear, all in Georgetown Hoya stuff. You come home from school and your bedroom is just decked out.
I have seen end result photos on
Me too.
social media.
Me too. Now I've seen. So just today they did a piece on television about this. And one woman said some parents are spending as much as $20,000 to repaint and redo the entire bedroom to surprise their children. And they only have a few hours to do it. The kids go off to school and they move in the crew
We need the school color stat.
to do everything. They've been
Lord.
accepted to Harvard, so it's the Harvard Crimson is all over their bedroom. $20,000 to do this. I'll tell you, we'll take something and just do it and do it to death.
Ugh,
We
yeah.
love doing that, going over and over things like that.
I mean, that has to be a wealthy person.
You think?
I mean, wealthier,
unbelievably.
But
yes.
that can't be. I mean, there's got to be few and far between on that.
Absolutely.
I mean, you can just get a sweatshirt and some throw pillows. That doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people are spending $20,000? Come on.
One.
The 1%.
They were talking to.
I mean, that's above Kelly's pay grade.
Yeah, good
You
point.
think I'm spending 20? It was just last month I was giving you tips on how to save money. Remember my rule that if you bought it and you would sell it back a week later,
Oh, yeah, that's
you
right.
shouldn't buy.
Yeah.
I saw another great one on that, by the way. It's called the 1% rule. See if you like this, Biggie. If you are purchasing something that is more than 1% the cost of your annual income, you should think long and hard about it. For instance, if you make $50,000 a year, that means anything over $500 you need to take a breath and think about. Even for a day, you should think about.
Yeah,
So that made sense to me.
yeah.
You should step back and wait. So $20,000 on a bed party, no thanks.
Yeah.
My
I
daughter,
bet you move in some circles with people who've done it.
not that.
No,
no.
I don't think you do.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they've done it. They may have done similar. This is a brand new phenomenon. I mean, this has just started in the
Yeah.
last year, these bed parties. But I wonder if my daughter, are we going to wind up doing that for her? I could see it. See, when my son went to
Yeah.
college just 2 years ago, I never heard of it. I didn't heard of
Yeah.
it until 2 days ago, this bed party thing. But I Googled it, and now companies will say $350 for a bed party, and they have all the things you
We'll
need.
do it for you.
Mhm. They'll do it for you. So it's like,
Yeah, in 2 years' time with your daughter, I could see a bed party.
I could too. I'll bet you, yeah, right. You just Google it, and Amazon says, "Oh, we'll send you all these things
This
for
kit,
for
yeah.
$500." It's a bed party kit that you make up.
Heck,
for
the
your kids.
colleges might start selling it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they may start selling it themselves and making money on it. I could see that too. Here's another money-saving tip. This is going viral as well. There is a chef named Will Coleman. He calls it his 6-to-1 method for buying in the grocery store. Every time you go to the grocery store, you'll save money and get healthier if you buy 6 vegetables, 5 fruits, 4 proteins, 3 starches, 2.
There's way too much math in these fourth.
Yeah.
1% of your 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
6 vegetables.
I would have rather you freeballed what's coming in May, off the top of your head than that.
I only know the first 5 days. I only know Cinco de Mayo.
Didn't even do Mother's Day.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. God. You'd think I could get to that one,
Yeah,
too, wouldn't
I
you?
mean, we've had 15 minutes and you haven't even come up with that
said
one.
one thing about Memorial Day. Memorial Day is in May.
A little late for that.
All right. Well, I just was thinking, these great,
What else? What else?
these great things in May. The PGA Championship is in May. The NBA playoffs
Yeah.
continue in May. I'm going on to sports now.
Yeah, ongoing.
I'll tell you something else about this is so me. I've told you this before. I watched that Bill Belichick interview as it aired on CBS Sunday morning live. And when I saw it, this is how I perceive things. The girlfriend cut him off there at that one point. You know, the reporter said, "How'd you two meet?" And she goes, "We're not going there. You know, we're not answering that question." And when it was done, I thought, well, that was a little bit of a weird interview, and just flipped the channel. I never thought that would come up again. Now it's all anybody talks about is that Bill Belichick interview.
Yeah, because there's nothing else football-wise to talk about.
I guess that's right, because
Yeah.
the draft's over, and the Shedeur Sanders thing has finally gone away.
Come to a close.
And I just didn't think that would hang around and resonate the way it did. I thought, well, that was a little bit weird that she butted her nose into it like that. But other than that, I thought, well, it's typical Bill Belichick, kind of awkward.
Yeah.
You know, he wouldn't answer many questions. The whole book is about philosophies on winning and football. It's not about his relationship or anything like that. And now he's firing back at CBS saying the way it was edited together makes it look worse than it was.
Well, each of the parties apparently has released a statement. You know, apparently Jordan has said, you know, this is such and such and such and such.
Yeah.
Belichick said they selectively edited the interview. CBS said, no, we didn't.
Yeah.
And, you know, we didn't have any parameters going in.
Yeah.
You know, blah, blah. So every party has now said, I could justify their take.
You know, it's interesting to me that Bill Belichick always, as a head coach, seemed like he micromanaged. He was he was in charge. You know, he was the GM for the Patriots. He picked the players. He coached the players. It all ran through him. So isn't it odd that now he's being totally handled, if you believe it, by this 24-year-old girl who is just sitting off to the side? I mean, wouldn't Bill Belichick normally run that interview, you know, and answer the questions he wants to answer? It's like he's changed since he's been.
And I
the
think
most.
that's the whole thing is people are saying she has changed him.
Yeah.
And at first it was, oh, she's changed him for the better. Look, he's lighthearted,
Yeah,
Bill.
yeah,
And
yeah.
look how quickly that's turned.
Yeah.
That's now turned to,
It's a hostage situation.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
And many
This
people
is-
are saying to Bill, blink if you need help.
yeah. This is elder abuse.
Yeah.
And that interview was like the point where everybody started to say that. And as I watched, I was like, okay, that was weird, and moved on. I did not.
Yeah.
It
Well-
never crosses my mind.
Is it because that's so close to your life?
Maybe.
Yeah.
You always have a woman slightly off camera
Always.
telling you what to do, what not
Yeah.
to do, what you're going to talk about, what you ain't going to talk about.
What a great point. And I love it that way. That's how I like it. So do I?
You wear ratty clothes?
I'm
Yeah.
so Bill Belichick.
Man, yeah, look how you showed up. We're going to show up to a interview thing yesterday.
Yeah, did the same.
The
God,
only thing you don't have is the track record.
that's right. Other than success,
Yes.
ratty clothes, awkward personality, most people dislike.
Don't really belong on social media.
No.
don't know what I'm doing in that world. Woman always just to my left telling me exactly what to do. What a great point.
Yeah.
I really...
Maybe you could write a book, Belichick and Me.
I identify with Bill Belichick. Most of the things I say, nobody cares about.
Yeah. Yeah.
He didn't go to your school, but he pretends to.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I am Bill Belichick. Jeez. Very similar. Very similar.